We had a very peaceful, calm discussion today about
Zen.
right to repair. I think we all agreed. We landed in a good place. Peter didn't have to
Zen.
quit the
Okay.
show.
Oh, so close. We have in our description for this podcast, watch Mike, John, and Peter get angry about the tech news from the week. And I mean, there's no joke this time around, honestly.
Yeah.
Mike in particular.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Please subscribe for more anger.
Peter mentioned this video last week. Were we talking about right to repair last week? How did this come up?
We're talking about the chargers, no?
Replacing the USB-C port, and you had this video.
Yeah.
So this is the video, because everybody, I'm sure, was on the edge of their seats asking, can we see it?
Yeah, so it's by a guy called Hugh Jeffries, and he got hold of 2 iPhone 15. So it's a really interesting video. If you, we'll link it in the description below. And right after the iPhone 15 became actually available or reviewable, he got 2 of them, and he showed about how repairable they actually were. So he did one really interesting thing, was he had 2 of them side by side, and he took the main board, which has like the CPU and the kind of main logic, and he swapped them, and he shows what happened. And the basically what happens is that the iPhone gets sort of crippled. Like there's a whole bunch of features which don't work anymore. And a lot of really random bugs, like when you're trying to make a video, it just crashes the camera app, and Face ID doesn't work anymore. And actually, when you start up, it tells you like a list of things which are just completely disabled. And it's kind of fascinating. Also, it's a really interesting teardown. There's a few bits in it that I'll talk about in a second. But what you saw it, Mike? What do you think?
Well, the reason I brought it back up is because you were seemed obsessed with this idea that you had to take out a dozen screws to
16,
be able to get to the USB-C port.
Yeah,
and
I thought that was fascinating.
Do you stand by? Like, is that a problem? Why is that a problem?
Because they're all different, and there's no reason for it to be like that. And if Apple are like touting right to repair, as they have been in their marketing material, then it shouldn't be 16 different screws.
Have you ever tried to do a laptop repair? Open up a Dell or a Lenovo laptop to replace a CPU cooler?
I'm not saying they're better.
Remove 20 screws to do it.
Okay,
well, sure.
Whoa,
and they used to have little glory
whoa,
holes as well, which were really good. They've gone away.
Listen,
who doesn't like a glory hole?
Listen, comparing some brand, and first off, I got to give it to Dell.
Sorry,
I got to give it to Dell. Dell and Lenovo are probably the easiest laptops, specifically laptops, to repair.
They had gotten really good with their PCs, their desktops also.
Also, by the way, if you call up Dell and you've got an SLA with them,
absolutely.
They will not only will they send a tech out if they need to, but you are authorized to tamper with the device. So you can stay on the phone with this Dell tech, and they're knowledgeable that they'll be like, okay, so this is what you need to do. Take off those 4 screws to get the back plate off. It's going to be a little bit hard to get the plate off. Like, they give you these really, really granular instructions. And then they're like, and then we sent you the parts, so swap it out and see if it boots up.
I mean, it's crazy expensive stuff, but yeah, okay.
But like just the fact that you as a tech, I'm not certified by Dell. I have no relation to Dell, but they're like, do you know how to do this? I'm like, yeah. They're like, okay, let's do it together. They don't give a fuck. And I'm like, well, what happens if I break it? They're like, then just send it to us and we'll fix it. Right. So like that is a right to repair, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That is sick. And while yes, Mike, specifically the CPU cooler, I mean, you should never even be taking that thing out off of a laptop.
Why should you take out your USB-C port?
No, because the phone is different. What if you, because it's all so compact.
Right. That's why I'm saying we should have lower expectations for right to repair. Because the other issue is
16 screws to get to a port is crazy.
And to get to the 15, to get to the screws, you first have to heat the device to loosen the adhesive around the screen and use a suction cup with two sides to pry the screen off of the device.
Yeah.
You think somebody who's willing to do that is going to be squeamish about 16 screws?
No. Okay. Have you ever fixed a phone?
No, that's crazy. Who would fix a phone? That's insane.
Okay. I've probably in my lifetime, I've probably fixed between 20 to 30 phones. Okay. I have a like deep rooted hate nowadays. In the last 4 years, if someone approached me, a nephew approached me and was like, I broke my screen. Can I order the screen and you can help me? I'm like, fuck you. Okay. No, don't ask me that, because I know the fucking nightmare that it is to repair Apple products. Forget about MacBooks.
Wait, is your phone broken? Is the screen? Hang on. Bang, bang. Maybe, no, okay. Now you need to really fix it.
Maybe it would be better if they brought back a 1/4-inch plastic bezels around the outside, so that instead of using glue to adhere it, you could put screws through the back, so that'd be much easier to fix.
Mike, you are such a... Oh, God, just shut up. Honestly. There is no fucking argument you can give that deliberately making it difficult.
You cannot justify it, because clearly you haven't even gone through that.
They're making it harder. They're making the device...
They are. It's literally knowledge that they make it harder.
How else are
they literally glue shit. They glue shit. Besides,
how else are you going to fix a bezel-less screen with almost no border whatsoever to a device?
Hold on, Mike. Hold on. Okay. They glue the screen. They glue the screen. Oh my God.
Did you just dox yourself?
You can see that in post. If you can see that in post, please blur my screen. They glue the screen on, right? So like water resistance or whatever their bullshit excuse is. Yeah. But the truth is, once I get the screen off, why should I have to go through, Peter's right, 16 differently sized screws? And then here's the funny thing that you don't get, right? I'm here. This is my business. I fix phones, okay?
You don't have the right screwdrivers for this? You have to
forget about the screwdrivers.
In the kit, he showed you what tool set to use.
Okay, so it's technically possible.
There is a product, Mike. There's a product for this. It's a magnet that is literally the shape of a phone that has magnets all around the shape of this pad, so that you can take each individual screw and place it where it needs to go.
When I used to do laptop repairs, I would trace the bottom of the laptop onto a piece of paper and show where each screw went, and I would poke the screw hole through a hole in the paper, so that when I need to put it back in the laptop, I knew where they all went. It wasn't a huge deal.
No. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. When we're talking about 4 screws, 8 screws, right? That's fine.
Okay.
16 screws.
Oh my God.
16.
Let me read out to you what the European Commission says about right to repair. The right to repair regulations. They tackle obstacles that discourage consumers to repair due to inconvenience, lack of transparency, or difficult access to repair services. That's what they're trying to solve, and this is a classic example of that. They are unnecessary obstacles. Okay,
watching
wrong,
the teardown,
I quit.
Watching the teardown, given the form factor and design constraints, nothing that he showed seemed unreasonable to me.
Then you've never fixed an easy phone. Then
no, I wouldn't do that, because that's insane.
Why is that crazy? Instead of paying $500 for a new screen, why do I pay $50?
It's the difference between working on a naturally aspirated Chevy block engine versus a modern BMW engine.
It is not the same. That is not the same at all.
They're different things. You're not going to just jump into a modern car engine and think that you can, like, it's got electronics, it's got very tight tolerances, everything's all packed in super yeah, it takes specialized tools and training. I'm not going to go do it just because I bought this car, therefore I should have the right to repair it. That's insane. Nobody thinks like that.
Terrible example, because like also a car will kill a person. So like my phone isn't going to kill someone.
Okay. Let's back up. We're not going to get to the end of this one. Let me I have another question. Why the fuck does it disable half the stuff on it? If
that's a good
I was going to bring it up. Yep,
that's a good question.
Okay. Well, I know the answer. It's tamper protection.
Yeah, I know. It's like to discourage stealing or something like that, which is utter bullshit. Well,
you do that on PCs.
We agree on something. we should end there because I'm going to fucking quit the whole show in a minute if we argue more.